So we're here at my new location, looking for 2 years before we found this spot, largely because New Jersey is extremely hard to find commercial real estate right now. Initially, we were trying to find something that was a little bit dilapidated, buy it and fix it up, but we came across this and it was like literally the perfect layout for what we need. It just felt like time for a change, as difficult as it was. And this is a really nice area over here. It's very clean, like the air is cleaner. It's just, where we were before was very commercial. It's nice. Let's take a walk behind the back. This is a tree. And that's my shipping container that the town is breaking my chops about already, saying I can't have it here, but like, why? I don't understand why. Like, who cares? This is my huge building and huge parking lot. I can't have my shipping container. Like, what's cool is we have the stream back here, which I like a lot. This is what sold me, was like this stream and how like beautiful it is. The water is like sparkling clear. You can see it's like so beautiful. Like, I would drink this water most likely, minus the garbage bin that got I don't know. Like, I'm like so tempted to go in right now. You know, you got this hole where the Clown comes out of, and the Clown hole came with the spot. I think I'm gonna get like a canoe, and I'll just canoe this like stream. Get it like a little axe and a little raft. So the thing that bothers me is right now we're waiting for the sign company to make the signs. They're still doing some work here. The lobby is just getting finished, and like I said, I got to put my sign up over here. So this is the spot we haven't touched yet. This is going to become a gallery / museum. I'm going to display my private collection in here, and then we're going to build this whole thing out to be like a museum to some degree. And we got to get art. I'm getting a bunch of art made. I do like photography, so I'm getting a bunch of my pictures. This is a working bathroom. No, this is just a storage room right now. This is an office. My very good friend Karen sent me this balloon. It says congratulations, which is interesting because it's the same balloon you would send to somebody if they were having a baby. So it's like kind of like I had a new baby. Like, she gave me this little succulent plant. Thank you, Karen. I know you're going to see this. So this is a reception area. We just need a receptionist. I've been acting as the receptionist, which is very shocking to people who come in here and are like, wait, I've been watching you on like YouTube for the last like 2 years. Why are you sitting at this? And I'm like, no, that's not me. I'm the receptionist now. I'm the secretary. Like, wide-eye myself. I'm losing it. That's really the gist of it. Thank you for my coffee, Hilla. I made this lamp like 6 years ago. I drilled this quartz, and I literally made this like 6 years ago. Oh, we need the table. I need to find the legs for the table. And then this is gonna be eventually gonna turn this into a music room. Most people don't know is I play like every instrument, and that's like a true statement. This is my art. I also do art. I do photography, I do art, but like I do these like doing like pours and stuff like that. And this is my office. Also a gift. Karen brought me zucchini bread. I got some pictures in the hallway of me in the Amethyst Mines. How many people I hear say, like, oh, I go to the mines. It's not true. And I know because I've been to so many mines, and they don't see people like coming and hanging out. So it's important, like, you've been to the mines? Where's your picture of you? And this is actually me in Amachisa do Sul, where most people are just like, oh yeah, I go to the mines. I know the miners. Right. And sometimes I also like to take pictures of the mines like this, because you see these are all grown-ass men working in the mines, not little kids, which is like, again, a large part of our narrative here, which is I go to the mine, I make sure that all the people working in the mines have good conditions and that they're actually like taken care of and they're men. This is still a big mess, but my zucchini bread. It's still a huge mess, but this is gonna be a gallery. We're gonna get like a couch with a table. All the big pieces are gonna go in this room. This has gotta go up still, but this is when like I have my bad customers. And I'm like really angry. There's a table I made. Wow, I haven't seen this thing in forever. Look at my table. I made this out of reclaimed pallet wood. This is like, I made this like 3 years ago or something. Ooh, these are super nice. This is very nice material. Like that. Well, one of the things that's what's kind of cool about moving was that we went under the table. I'm finding stuff that like I either put into production or had shipped here like 3, 4, 5 years ago. So I'm finding all of this really amazing material that was just like, we have look at how much material you got. This is the break room. This is probably where I should be like eating my bread. It's like right here.
It's like really exhausting, half the stuff's here, half the stuff is there. People are asking for material and we just don't have it out yet. It's gonna be a good place, it's gonna be a good transition, it's just right now it's just kind of all over the place.
It's gonna take months before we're like settled into this place literally. Like right now we just literally threw up a few tables and some shelves just so our clients can shop. People, we're literally every single day pretty much booked from morning to night. We can pretty much do like 35 to 40 clients a week. Maximum. And so for us to push business back, you wind up with like, that 40 people in a week turns into 65 people a week for like the next couple of weeks. And that's just too tumultuous to do. And every person their sale needs to be treated with care and concern. Every person gets treated the same, whether you're spending $1,000 or $50,000. We treat you the same. We treat your order the same. So we brought like 1,320 pallets so far. That was the last count that I heard. And I think we still probably have around like 300 more to go. But that's all stuff that's got to get packed. It's a lot. It's exhausting.
I'm sort of taking part in the construction of the tables themselves and what goes on them, what's under them. When I came into the warehouse 7, 8 months ago, I was walking into somebody else's warehouse, but now it feels more like I got more of a hand in its construction, its layout, things like that.
I'm getting a lot of requests to talk about disinformation in the industry right now, and to summarize all of it, what's happening is that there's a lot of people who believe that they are professionals, or if they're just getting into the business, they have to pretend that they're professionals because they need to impress their clientele or gain clientele, and most clientele want to buy from people who are consummate professionals and who are educated on what they're selling. So we're experiencing a tremendous amount of disinformation in the industry right now, more than I've ever seen or imagined. And there's a couple of things that I think we should talk about that are extremely important right off the bat. I see the word jade everywhere. It's plastered on the internet, and 99% of that stuff is not jade. Most of it is what's called jadeite, or green aventurine, or green quartz. There's also a stone called nylon, which is also associated with jade. There's, you also have serpentine, you have nephrite, which are also in the jade family. But to get your actual hands on real Burmese jade is extremely difficult and so expensive. Like, these jade rollers that you're seeing, they're not jade. Like, they're green aventurine. These bracelets, they're not jade bracelets. None of this stuff is jade. Burmese jade is extremely hard and extremely difficult to get your hands on. So just be aware that when you're seeing the word jade, it doesn't mean you're getting jade. The other thing that I'm seeing a tremendous amount of disinformation on is Lemurian quartz. So I'm seeing people selling stuff that is not Lemurian quartz as Lemurian quartz. And what makes something Lemurian quartz is so many different things. But there is a fine line between Lemurian quartz and not Lemurian quartz. And I've released videos before about Lemurian quartz. You can find them on Instagram and things like that. I'm not going to get into a deep dive on Lemurian quartz, but be skeptical and be aware of people who are selling stuff that is Lemurian quartz when it's not Lemurian quartz. And just to give you a really good example of a Lemurian quartz, that is a Lemurian quartz. That is a Lemurian quartz. Right? These are Lemurians right here. This is a Lemurian. Okay? What is not a Lemurian, and what I've seen people selling as Lemurian, is stuff like this. This is not Lemurian quartz. This is the quartz. This is a quartz point. It's not Lemurian. This is not Lemurian. But I'm seeing this material, exactly this, stuff like this even, is being sold as Lemurian. It's not. It's not Lemurian. How do I know? Here's a question that's going to follow. How do I know? You got to really trust the people that you're buying from if you don't already know. The lowest I can get to is 135. Get 25 pieces, I'll give you 135. Now I got to get down from here. Anybody got a ladder? Melvin, can you catch me? If you'd like to know why I'm up here, check out my Instagram. No, for real though, this is f***ing scary, man. I don't know what to do. I want to jump onto this table, but that's definitely not the way to do this. I got it. How close am I? No, I got everything all dirty now. lately I've been working on getting into Valhalla, which is pretty difficult because I'm not Norse or Viking, although I feel like I'm a Viking, and I've been watching a lot of Vikings, so I don't know if like guilty by association works in this instance. I'm trying to get into Valhalla. Any thoughts?
Do your thing. You do you, boo.
Yeah, me doing my thing probably involves like a lot of murder.
Then don't do your thing.
I don't think you can get into Valhalla without like murdering a village of people, according to what I've seen on Hulu. Well, on Hulu mostly Hulu. I feel like Tom would be the first one they'd let in Valhalla because he has that like that turnaround, like he has that. You know what I'm talking about? He's like that